They tell of a man of craft, once celebrated for his colors, his portraits, his delicate hand with brush and oil. He was called Master Adran of Greybridge, a painter whose works adorned the halls of lords and ladies. Yet all his acclaim, all his gold, was dust beside the love he bore his wife, Leora. When she died, so did his art, or so the village thought. For months he vanished from the eyes of men, the windows of his studio shuttered, the hearth long cold. Only at night was he heard, scraping, pacing, muttering to himself, as though locked in debate with unseen company. It was said he labored at a great portrait, vast in scale, one that would surpass all his works. Those who dared peer through cracks in the shutter swore they glimpsed the shape of a woman, Leora herself, her beauty captured in aching detail, her eyes wet with sorrow, her lips parted as though about to speak. Yet the painting was never finished. Day by day, Edran bent himself before the canvas, his hands trembling, his breath ragged. He would paint and scrape away, paint and scrape again, as though the face he sought to summon eluded him. Neighbors heard him curse, weep, whisper apologies into the still air. The canvas seemed to consume him, for he grew gaunt, his cheeks hollow, his eyes ringed with shadow. He no longer ate nor slept, save in fitful moments slumped against the easel. Still, he painted. Still, he pursued the vision of his wife. At last, when the lamp sputtered low one stormed night, Edran confessed aloud to the empty chamber. "It was I," he groaned. "It was my hand that stilled her breath." The truth spilled like oil on stone. In a moment of jealous wrath, blind with suspicion, he had struck her. The life fled her, and in his horror, he sought to preserve her. Not in coffin or prayer, but in art. Her blood, fresh and warm, he had mixed with oil. Her flesh, rendered to pigment, he had ground upon his palette. Each brushstroke was her, each hue a remnant of her body. The portrait was not likeness, but relic, Leora immortalized in the cruelest sacrament. The more he painted, the more the face upon the canvas seemed to breathe. The eyes glistened as though damp, the lips curved in accusation. At night, he swore the portrait whispered to him, soft, sorrowful, unceasing. "Finish me," it murmured. "Do not leave me thus." But his hand shook, his mind reeled. Each attempt only deepened the gaze, until he swore she looked through him, into the marrow of his guilt. They found him at dawn, the doors barred, the chamber thick with the reek of rot. Before the great canvas he knelt, brush in hand, eyes fixed upon the painted face. His own flesh was pale, drained, as though he had given his blood to the work. The portrait was finished. Leora's likeness shone with a dreadful vitality, her skin luminous, her lips flushed, her eyes bright with mournful life. No soul dared keep the painting. It was sealed in the painter's chamber, the door bricked with stone. But travelers whisper that on stormed nights, if you pass Greybridge, you may hear the muffled sound of weeping within those walls.